to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UTEP Miners, taking on a team from Conference USA, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Miners ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the tailback. He has the first and still on his feet. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Let's talk for just a second about UTSA. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Roadrunners are marching down the field. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Peterson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Safe completion on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
The The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's McCown. Makes the grab. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. QB draw. Got the 1st down and more. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Looking for room. It's Henry. He's got 42 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Roadrunner! Ball that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, Later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Leaves it with the back. Lots of running room. It's a seam wide open. He's inside the 40. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
That's got to make you feel good offensively. The first game of the year, and early you're able to break off a long run. We know for them, they take pride in their ability running the football, and they're getting that established early this season.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. With jet sweep pass. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Miners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Gets the back moving. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Last last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's McCown. Complete downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's McCoy. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. He's up to 57 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. And the Roadrunners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's McCown. Makes the grab. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Roadrunners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
How many first downs is that alone? You know, just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Roadrunners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. They're trailing by 11 to Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Nelson. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The short hands, it's Thomas. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, man, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, UTSA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
21, UTEP 0.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Dumps it off in the flats. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And some room to work. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Roadrunners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Miners will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. A low line drive and short kick. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's McCown. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the edge, it's Henry. Touchdown, Roadrunners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
28, UTEP 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. On the option. Now the pitch. Shakes off the defender. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Oh, a lot of space. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Oh, better look out! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Second down coming up.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play, and in a tight game.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Miners will hustle to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the deep.
There he goes! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Handoff to the single back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. UCSA 28, UTEP 0.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it with Wilson. Turning on the Jets. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. And the Miners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, UTEP! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
And for a quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Motion from the back. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Looking for a man. It's McCow. That's caught. It's Allen. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Looking to throw on first down. Going deep, and he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Wide open spaces. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This time it's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone, and it's his fourth interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's loose. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's McCown. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. The run to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Sets up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to grow.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation.